Captain Dale Ash. I was born and raised in Miami. Moved up to this area a few years ago and started fishing for snook and just was instantly in love with the fish. A perfect day for me targeting snook. I start pre-dawn and I try to get on a jig bite in those first couple hours before the sun comes up. That seems to be a really prime time for the jig to be working. And you're working deeper water, you're working current, you're working around bridges and passes and cuts and anywhere where there's, where the water is getting pushed together. Okay, you're looking for these spots where bait is going to be pushed towards the fish. Okay, and that's where the jig is going to excel. Okay, and that's where you're going to have your heavy leader and you're going to have your TopKnot on there and a 60 or an 80 pound. That's what you have to have on there in order to get those fish in. Then as the day progresses, the sun starts to come up, that bite's going to sort of fade because it's more of a dark or early, low light bite. And then you start to transition really quickly right into a good topwater bite, right? So that's when I move right over to a hydro pencil, and that bait has quickly become my go-to topwater for a couple reasons. Number one, it's big, okay? It's 5 inches long, okay? So that right there eliminates a lot of the smaller fish and small jacks and all these fish that are going to be, after a 2-inch bait that you're going to be dealing with all day. It eliminates those almost right off the bat. And honestly, if you're trying to catch 40-inch snook, they're looking for single large prey, right? They're looking for a meal that they have to burn a minimum amount of calories to get. That's how they get big. So they're looking for opportunity. So that big bait walking across is perfect. What I like about the actual bait itself, the mechanics of it, is it's tail weighted, right? And a lot of baits are tail weighted, but this bait, when you cast it, it casts so well because that weight goes right to the back and it doesn't cartwheel in the wind at all. Okay, so you beam it and this bait honestly will cast an extra 20 or 30 yards on top of the baits that I used to use, right? And all the typical walking baits. And then, so you can get to where you need to be, which is important. But then the other important thing is once you hook a monster, you don't want the hooks to bend and you don't want the hooks to pull out, right? There's baits out there that have, screws, and that's how the hook is attached to the bait. This bait is wire through, and then the hooks themselves are offshore quality hooks. Super sharp right out of the box, but then they are not bending. I haven't bent a single one, and you can resharpen them if you need to, and they're still good. All of these Yo-Zuri baits are tremendous as far as the quality, right? Wire through, top quality hooks, top quality hardware. They last a long time. Yo-Zuri, fish the best.